Zombie homes are abandoned properties stuck somewhere in the foreclosure process. You can find them in many neighborhoods across the country, but they're more than just a problem for the homeowner. We can all pay the price.
Zombie means somebody has walked away from that property, typically saying, I'm not interested, I can't afford the property. There's something that has forced them to step away.
More than 1 million homes in the United States were vacant as of May 2016, according to RealtyTrack, a company that monitors foreclosures across the country. But not all of those are at the foreclosure stage. Well, yet. With more than 4,000 vacant zombie foreclosures, New Jersey claims the most, while New York and Florida are second and third. The foreclosure process can take a few years, and the costs associated are high. Many owners find out well after the foreclosure that the home is in fact still legally theirs, along with the property taxes they've accrued and other fees. Here in Rochester, New York, about 70% of zombie homes are failed investments. Those and other vacancies throughout Monroe County have a big financial impact.
The combined impact of the vacant and abandoned properties and the foreclosed properties in the county, there's a loss of about $20 million in wealth, in assets that people have in their communities because of these homes.
Bad news for residents who live within 300 feet of a foreclosed home and want to sell their property. Legal experts say the value of the home is immediately reduced by $5,000. So how do we keep track of zombie homes? Ideally, that information is stored at your local county clerk's office, but that system relies heavily on residents reporting the zombie homes they see. That means the tally is incomplete.
The tracking of the properties is difficult. There's no one location. You have to combine databases and combine resources into one to be able to figure out what is on the ground.
There are a lot of protections for homeowners in New York State. If you want to save your home, resources like a settlement conference can help.
It allows the homeowner to go before the court, explain to the court what's been going on. It allows time for the homeowner to submit documentation to the bank to try to get a fair shot at obtaining some sort of a loan modification, some way to save the home.
The new Zombie Property and Foreclosure Prevention Act took effect in January. Before this, there was no urgency for the banks to inspect the home, and this often led to further deterioration. Banks could even choose not to foreclose the property, which would mean the homeowner still owes a ton of money. Now, the act paves the way for residents to get help earlier in the process by opening up the lines of communication and forcing the banks to take over the property if necessary.
They have to make a determination. Does it look like there's somebody living there, or does it not look like there's somebody living there? And within the statute, there's some listings of general common sense things that, the windows are broken, the doors are open, there's no window coverings, the grass is growing.
If the home still looks abandoned in about 30 days, then a second inspection is done at a different time of day than the first time. And if necessary, there's a third one. The elapsed time creates multiple opportunities for the homeowner to try to get back on track. If not, then within 7 days of the final inspection, the bank sets a deadline.
At that point, then they have to post a notice within 7 days of that determination. And they have to put it someplace where it's easily seen and accessible from the outside. There now has to be a listing of the contact information for the bank, for that person to be able to reach back out to the bank and say, hold everything, this is not vacant, I'm here, I intend to occupy.
After 7 days of having that notice posted, then the bank must secure the property. Eventually, the bank can sell the home. And since the property likely will have a cheaper selling price, there's hope these zombies can be turned into thriving homes that help rather than hurt neighborhood values.